All right, it says we're live. Give it a few minutes. I will verify this on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see us live, reach out and call. Yeah, I see us live. All right, I think we're good. Comment, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how everybody's doing. We're getting through. We're a little early today, but we're gonna go ahead. Let me go ahead and tag our guests. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. It's Monday for most, and Monday back to work as everything's getting back to normal. There we go. Tag. Save. Yeah. Turn this down. Turn this down. All right, there we go. I think we are live and we are uploaded. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in. It's Coach Clee coming at you as your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker, Coach Clee coming at you. I got a special guest and a longtime friend of mine. I'll introduce him in a minute, but I need to go ahead and get some housekeeping things out there momentarily. First of all, this is going to be an interactive live. This is going to be an educational live. So if you have any questions, make sure you put your questions in the comment section and we will address them as best we can. Do understand there's about a 5 to 10 second delay from the time that you post something till the time that we see it. So we may actually be on to another topic, but we will answer your questions as best we can. If you're looking for that shout out that I know that you all want, put your name and where you're from in the comment section. I'll give you that shout out if I don't actually say it. I see a couple people. I see Ray Bragg's on right now. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. We're going to learn about some stocks and some cryptocurrencies and a different way of thinking. Not a lot of us know about it. Not a lot of us were taught this information. So it's going to be a very beneficial live, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to have a lot of fun doing that. Okay. Right now, I need to know what the energy levels are. I need to know what the energy levels are like. So if you had a good day today, I need you to put a 1 in the comment section. Put a 1 in the comment section if you had a good day today. And Gus, I don't believe in bad days. I like to call them character building days because you can learn from them, you can grow from them. They're needed so you can appreciate the outstanding days that much more better. So if you had a quote unquote bad day or a character building day, I need you to put a 2. Looks like a peace sign. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a
We lost you.
Am I back?
Now
Looks
you're
like
back.
All right, cool. I don't think we lost that much, but we good. If you had what I had, if you had an outstanding day, I got to sleep in, I got to get some things going. I'm excited about doing these lives. I need you to put a 0 in that chunk. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. It's kind of like this is a bubble, and you're right there in the middle of that bubble, and nothing can penetrate that bubble. I'm gonna put a 0 at the end of this live. Gus, what are you gonna put at the end of the live?
They had an awesome day. So I put a 1 because my day was excellent.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. I think Zoom's not letting us be great. I think it froze up on us.
Yeah. Coach Clee, we can't see you at all.
I
you're
can't
frozen in a position.
Yeah, you are.
Still?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, Zoom always wants to do something and not let us be great. But as long as you guys can hear me and I can see, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Your voice keeps on going in and out. If you can hear us.
Yeah, it is.
Don't. Are we good now?
Jared, are you still talking?
Yeah. Nah,
okay.
We can't tell when you stopped.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Like I was saying, I'm gonna put a 0 at the end of this live. Gus, I don't know if you already said it or not. What are you gonna put at the end of this live?
Man, I had a good day, man. So I'd put 1.
All right, cool. Shayla, what are you gonna put at the end of this live?
I am gonna put a 0.
Good. And keep your comments coming. I see Tam Parker Welsh is on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. Do understand that we are going live on the Facebook page. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up button, and subscribe to the page. We have weekly information, weekly lives going out with beneficial information. We're also on YouTube. If you haven't checked out the YouTube page, it's under the same name, Coach Clee. Subscribe to that page, and you'll see the highlights and some of the outtakes and some of the videos on the YouTube page as well. It's not posted above, but it will be at the end of this live. The website, workwithclee.com. And on that website, you'll see a couple of good products to kind of help you and navigate through life. This one is the book I wrote almost 3 years ago. I'm proud of this thing. I put a lot of work in this thing. It's March 4th. It's a motivational empowerment book on helping you find your own breakthrough. We talk about toxic people, toxic situations. We talk about courage. We talk about taking care of yourself. So many wonderful things are in this book as a guide to help you get to the breakthrough of your next step in your life. You know, we talk about all that. That's on the website. Also on the website, No Shade, All Light. I co-authored this one with Clarence Stokes, Jason Brown, Herb Thompson. We all wrote 25 of our favorite quotes and what they mean to us. So there's over 100 quotes in this book with meaning, okay? We got together. Each one of us has our own chapter. I'm chapter 2, by the way. I think that's the best chapter, but you guys decide for yourself. That's right there on the website. Also on the website, some Stark alkaline water and other products there on the website. But what I'm most proud of right now, #Grudge is the book that I wrote. It came out June 1st. This book, we talk about letting go of grudges, talking about mistakes, talking about anger, talking about unforgiveness and forgiveness. We talk about in this book. Les Brown said it best. Holding on to a grudge is like holding on to a hot piece of coal and expecting the person that you're mad at to get burnt when realistically you're burning yourself. You need to let go of that piece of coal or that grudge and start the healing process and move forward in life. It's a pocket-sized book that's on the website too. Please check that out, workwithclee.com. But right now I'm going to move the showcase to Shayla Showcase because she's going to give a shout out to our sponsors, and then we're going to jump right into the live and I'll introduce our guests. Shayla, you want to take over?
Yeah, and I don't know if you want to relocate, but you could always come to where I am at if you want to be live because you're still frozen. I just wanted to let you know. Anyway, moving on. So this week we have a couple of highlights for businesses. The first one is Juliet Nicole Jones. In today's society, we see sheroes and we see heroes, but we don't always see what happens behind the scenes of overcoming or maintaining their superhuman abilities and balancing entrepreneurship aligned with life and parenting. This book is an empowering guide featuring bold and truthful advice from several men and women sharing the story of how they do it all. The co-author's edition is the all-in-one resource you need to create your survival guide toolbox with easy-to-use strategies backed by real-life stories, inspirational encouragement, and the tools needed to overcome challenges faced by today's parentpreneurs. It is by leading author Juliet Jones, and you can find that book on Amazon and barnesandnoble.com. Then moving on, we have Carter's Drink to Shrink. They were guests on the show about a little over a month ago. They have an all-natural detox juice that is delicious, and I can say that myself because I've had it. It is comprised of 9 herbs, all specifically combined to combat belly fat and to release the body of toxins, waste, and parasites that could be living in our colons and intestines, making it very difficult to lose weight. The drinks are consumed in 8-ounce servings 2 to 3 times per day. They are not a meal placement. The Carters will actually provide you with a meal guide if you purchase the detox juice from them, and it'll help you know and understand what you should be eating along with drinking the juice. You can lose up to 5 pounds in 5 days. Make sure you check them out for any specials. They're running specials all the time. You have to follow them on Facebook. They have a website. Facebook group is called Carter's Drink to Shrink. The number 2 for 2 in there. Or you can give them a call at 1-833-2-SHRINK or check out their website at www.cartersdrinktoshrink.com. So make sure you check them out. And that's all I have for this week in the showcase. So I'll turn it back over to you, Coach Clee.
Thank you very much. Can you guys hear me? I see I'm still frozen.
Yeah, you're still
frozen. We can hear you.
Okay, yeah, the laptop's doing something weird, but as long as you guys can hear me, we're good. We're gonna keep marching forth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the featured act of the show, my friend. He is a husband. He is a veteran, a former paratrooper in the United States Army. He's also a former parachute rigger, ladies and gentlemen. He is a blockchain enthusiast. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my friend and your friend also, Russell Hughes. Give him some thumbs up, give him some hearts. He's going to educate us today. Me and him, we met in 1997. And we seemed like we were inseparable from all through right after basic training, through jump school, from jump school to AIT. From AIT, we went to Fort Bragg together, and we've been friends since. You know, you kind of lose touch throughout the years after you split up, but still, we're going 20 plus years strong, and we're still in contact, right? And ladies and gentlemen, this is Russell Hughes. I know him as Gus Matthews, so you may end up hearing me call him Gus throughout the course of this, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. Gus, can you tell us who you are?
Yeah, my name is Russell Hughes. You know, born and raised in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, went to the military. After the military, had some problems in and out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, the VA doctors and psychiatrists, had literally told me that a lot of that stuff was the military's fault.
Okay.
Once I started getting cool, I got into investing and trading, and and so here we are today.
Okay, all right. I mean, he went straight to the point. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to be talking about investing and trading in stocks, but what does decentralized finance mean to you? And can you explain what that may mean to us if we really have a very basic level on finances?
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'm good at breaking things down in RDT, which stands for rich dummy terms. Because it was broken down to me in the same way.
Okay.
Decentralized finance is basically it's finance, without regulations.
Mm-hmm.
Decentralized means no banks, financial institutions, or no middlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Decentralized finance, that's what that is. It's a financial world, that's not regulated by any government, banks, or any third-party institutions. It's normally on what's called the Ethereum blockchain, which Ethereum is the number 2, rated coin.
Okay.
That's a site where their blockchain, their platform, you can actually create what's called dApps, or decentralized apps. So you can create your own apps.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the decentralized finance you will find to be on the Ethereum blockchain, and all the blockchain is it's basically a ledger that records transactions. Whatever is put on the blockchain cannot be erased or altered.
Okay. All right. And so I know that if it is, I'm not going to keep talking about this technical difficulty, but how you talk about how you got started. I know you talked about some ups and downs from the military and past the military, but what got you interested in investing per se, and then what got you interested in sharing it with other people?
What got me into investing was I had seen a post from this man named Mr. James Tompkins, aka Mr. T. He runs an investment group called the Abacus.
Okay.
And I was liking what he was talking about, and I joined, and I learned, he has a stock market course, and he had a Bitcoin course. And what really hit me was the Bitcoin course, where you can become your own bank, like that was like, wow, and to this day, after knowing what I know, you don't even need a bank account anymore.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Everything can be done through crypto.
Okay.
You understand? Everything.
Okay.
There are debit cards. You can get crypto loans without even giving your name. I mean, this is the future of decentralization.
Mm-hmm.
I had liked that. So I started studying more, and I found a guy named Jamar James, who was an awesome crypto teacher.
Okay.
I would recommend him. I would also recommend, the Abacus to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like so amazing, man. Like, freedom, through currency.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's a big deal.
yeah. Let me explain. How Bitcoin. Let me do a quick synopsis of how Bitcoin came into existence. Right.
Okay. All right.
In 2009, a person by the name Satoshi Nakamoto, put this decentralized currency, on the internet called Bitcoin. And mind you, Satoshi Nakamoto is not a real person.
Hmm.
You understand? No one knows who or what created Bitcoin. You understand?
Okay.
But it's a self-sustaining system, right? A digital system. The currency is controlled by the people. You understand? Because when the people, it's all, like I said, it's controlled by the people. This
Mm-hmm.
is and it's a beautiful thing because we control it and not the governments, the banks, et cetera, et
Mm-hmm.
cetera. Which doesn't mean it can't be manipulated, but every year it has killed the US dollar. You understand? It's killed it.
How
And
so?
in returns,
Okay.
you understand,
Uh-huh.
right now, one Bitcoin is about 10,700 American dollars.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because Bitcoin has a fixed supply, okay? The way Bitcoin is generated is through what's called mining. And these are, computers that solve, 2 to the 40th power type equations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're rewarded, on a block, you know what I'm saying, which is connected to the last one, which is a chain, so blockchain,
Right.
and they're rewarded with it, right? And every 4 years, right, there's a halving, which means that, you get 50% less rewards. So, by 2140, the last Bitcoin will be mined, and that will be 21 million.
Wow.
So only 21 million Bitcoins will be in existence. And as you see, the Federal Reserve just prints up money on will. They've printed more money in the last 2 months than they have the entire U.S. existence.
Wow. Interesting.
And there's a downside to that.
Because that actually depreciates the value of the dollar.
It sure does.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to check out the actual value of the dollar, look up DXY. That's the dollar index.
Okay.
And that's the reason why Bitcoin and precious metals have been shooting up, because the dollar is falling.
Okay.
People are kind of losing trust in the U.S. dollar, so they're putting their money elsewhere.
Okay. So let's say that I want to, and my terminology may be incorrect, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. Let's say I wanted to open up, buy some Bitcoin or open up a Bitcoin account. How would I start from scratch, not knowing anything, and working my way into it to being beneficial and successful?
You could basically just set, a Bitcoin. You can set a Bitcoin buy maybe $10, $20 a week, 50 or whatever you can afford. You can do it on a Cash App or Coinbase.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I don't really trust Coinbase because I believe they're the feds, but or there's a site called Celsius.
Okay.
Celsius Network, and I will always recommend Celsius because you get paid interest on your crypto.
Okay. So interesting. You get paid on the money that you already put in, so that it can actually help you. You can buy more or reinvest that money on the interest. Correct?
Yeah, they'll either give you whatever coin you're in
Mm-hmm.
on a weekly basis, or their own Celsius token, which was started off at 5 cents, and it's like $1 something right now. It's definitely a good coin to buy.
Okay. And I know you kind of explained it a little bit, but how is it changing the game? Where do you see it going by the end of the year, or where do you see it going maybe in about 2 years or 3 years? How powerful do you think that'll be?
I mean, you know, mass adoption is actually going on right now. You have you know, crypto companies, you know, partnering up with Google, with the banks.
Mm-hmm.
You understand these large companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're beginning to use the blockchain, you know, and you know, I see it just doing nothing but going up. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just the other day, Venezuela started a Ethereum-backed stock exchange where they're using the coin Ethereum because you know their currency is going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so now they're starting to use, you know, cryptocurrency. They also have a cryptocurrency that's backed by, you know, their oil.
Okay.
So you know these countries are starting to get into cryptocurrency, you know, just because they don't believe in their own currencies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even the Federal Reserve is talking about coming out with a digital dollar.
Yeah, I have heard rumors about that.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mess with it, but you know that's what's going on. You know, everything now is digital, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
So
is.
it makes sense for currency to be digital
Mm-hmm.
in a digital world. You know, it's that simple.
Okay. And I know you were talking about stocks and 401ks prior to while we were on the phone before the live actually started. Can
Mm-hmm.
you kind of elaborate and share some information and your thought processes there?
Okay, now with stocks, right? You know, stocks. Anytime you know, right? Any company that's on the stock exchange is called a public company because you
Mm-hmm.
know the public owns it. You know, and when you buy a stock on a stock exchange, you know, you are legally part owner of that company.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, federal law states, right, that that public companies have to bring value to their shareholders. So when you buy a stock share, you know, you are a shareholder. So they have to, by law, you know, bring value to their shareholders, which becomes you when you buy, you know, when you buy the company. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So it's not about the customer, it's not about the employee, it's about the shareholder. You understand?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And you know, most of the companies, not all of them, but most of the companies I own pay what's called a dividend. Okay.
Right.
And that is a cash payment that you get just for owning the stock. You know, you get that every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, majority of companies pay their dividends every 3 months. But what I do is I take the dividend payment and reinvest it back into the actual stock,
Mm-hmm.
which is called the DRIP program, the dividend reinvestment program, which means I get free shares now.
Okay.
So that's more wealth building, right?
Right.
And you know, all you have to do is just buy the shares, you know, sign up for the DRIP program and you're good. You know, you can keep, you know, you can hold these, you're supposed to actually hold these stocks forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the more stocks you buy, the more you'll be able to live off your dividends.
Okay. That's the ultimate dream goal right there.
You know, and you know, I always suggest to people to buy stocks because, you know, you're spending money at these places. You're spending
Uh-huh.
money at Walmart, you know, you're spending money at Apple, you know, Microsoft,
Uh-huh.
you know, Samsung, etc. So why not have them pay you, you know,
On products that you're already getting. Mm-hmm.
by taking ownership, you understand? Because the owners are the ones that make the money. Example, sports,
Mm-hmm.
you know, who makes the most money, the owners of the team or the athletes?
The owners, of course.
You know, so you can use that same mentality into buying stocks. You know, you buy good companies, you know, that'll last forever. You know, like Apple, Procter and Gamble, they're not going anywhere. You know, Procter and Gamble is, well, wow, 200 years old. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they're almost trading at their all-time highs. Nike, you know, instead of buying Jordans, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you can have Nike buy your Jordans for you.
Exactly. And for the price of a Jordan, you could buy some shares in something, if not partial shares in Nike itself.
Yeah, Nike shares are. Give me 1 second, and I'll look up Nike. You know, let me look it up. Nike is trading right now after hours at 127.68. So it's cheaper to buy a Nike share than it is to buy, you know, a pair of Jordans.
That's interesting. And you can use that money and the dividends off the shares that you could purchase to actually buy the sneaker itself.
Yeah. Like Apple, as expensive as their iPhones is, their stock is only $115.50.
Interesting. So there you go about just ownership and wealth building and generate. Speak on being generational wealth, because I know a lot of this information isn't taught in schools, and we don't know about this stuff until, like we were talking about, until we actually mess up or get into a bind, and then you have to learn from on the job training. Talk about how this stuff is generational and how easy it is to learn and how simple it can make our lives.
Okay. Generational wealth example is stocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if you buy stocks today for your children, right?
Right.
You continue to, continue to buy stocks. The markets continue to go up. The dividends start to add up. You know, you would pass that down to your children, and the knowledge, and to make it easier for your children. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because as people, man, we always start, you know, we're starting our lives at the beginning, you know, at 18 with nothing.
Right.
You know, just imagine, like, you know, if your parents would have bought shares of Boeing, McDonald's, you understand, Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon got down to, you know, close to like $5. You know what I'm saying? And it's over 3,000 now.
Wow.
You know, this is the stuff that we aren't taught, and this is what the rich are doing. They're passing down, you know, millions of dollars in dividend payments a year to their children. You know, that's why, you know, you see those young children, you know, they're 18, 21, they're just walking around doing nothing. They're getting paid. You know, their parents sacrificed to build something for them. And, you know, like I said, we're not taught that. And, you know, that's what I preach, you know, generational wealth. You know, whether you're buying stocks, crypto, you know, precious metal, real estate, you know, own business, whatever, you know, you're doing this for your children to make their lives easier. Because, you know, that's the point. You know, you hear about regular people dying, right?
Yeah.
With like $2 million, right? That came from the stock market. You know, they had been buying stocks their whole lives. And, you know, that money gets passed down to their children. Now, their children start off, you know, with $2 million.
It's a lot you can do with $2 million coming right out the gate.
Yeah. You know, and they're already taught what to do with it, how this works, how the system works. So all they do is they just continue to add on to it. And they pass it down to their children. You know, and by, you know, the third or fourth generation, which most of the time, most wealth is lost because no one ever really teaches the grandchildren.
Right. The third generation goes through it.
By you teaching your grandkids, I mean, you know, the wealth will be there, you know. Apple, the company Apple has over $200 billion in just cash. They're not going anywhere.
Mhm.
They're the most valuable company on the stock market. You know, you you
Exactly.
you you buying some just some Apple or
Uh-huh.
Microsoft. You understand? Microsoft is number 2, I think. Just by buying those two, you understand?
Mhm.
Microsoft has generated a 20% year-over-year return. You know,
Okay. Let me ask you a
and
question.
mhm.
If someone's looking to build their own business and they're starting from scratch and there's no generational wealth or foundation, they're coming straight from $0 and they're building it. What would be your suggested course of action or play for them to build their business and to be successful and be able to pass it down to where they can either sell the business or pass it down for generations to come?
Okay. Well, if their friends or family can't, invest in them, whatever city that they live in, they can look up what's called angel investors.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the purpose of an angel investor, all they do is buy into businesses.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you ever watch Shark Tank, that's kind of how it works.
That's the same theory.
They're angel investors.
Okay.
So, they invest in businesses, right? Now, angel investors, here's the deal with angel investors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Angel investors will, invest a certain amount of money into that business for a certain percentage, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if the business it grows too quick, the angel investor will not put any more money in it. So the angel investor takes it to what's called a venture capital firm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, a venture capital firm normally, like, the most an angel investor will put in is maybe $1 million. But the
Okay.
venture capital firm, which is a group of investors, they could invest billions into it. With the intention of taking that company public, right, or putting
Mm-hmm.
it on the stock market. Because what happens is when companies go what's called public is they go through an IPO, which is an initial public offering, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they offer shares to the public, right? Most of the time we can't get in those. You
Right.
understand?
Uh-huh.
But you understand, and that's when these investors cash out. Like billions are made that day on the IPO once that company goes public and everyone cashes out.
Okay.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
You'll be shocked. Look up where you're at. Harrisburg angel investors and see what comes up.
See what comes up. I definitely will. See what we can learn from that.
You understand? We're not taught how to get funding.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I mean, like even Nas has his own venture capital fund.
So he's interested in brand building for other people as well.
Yeah, because he makes money off of that.
Mm-hmm.
He invested into a company called Coinbase, which is a crypto company.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be huge. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, huge. Because they're thinking about going public. Nas will probably cash out 1,000 or a 10,000% gain on his money in
That's
that
not
one
bad.
day. It's the world of investing is where the money is. Is the money at? That's where it's at. Like real estate, you're an investor.
Exactly.
And the best investment we can make in ourselves is education.
You're right about that. I say that all the time.
Because you're a smart man. I mean, like here's an example, right? I bought, last year, a company called Roku. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the Roku TVs or the Roku
Yep.
boxes.
I sure have.
You understand? $55.
Uh-huh.
Today, let me check it out. Let me check out the actual price. We'll say it's at 203 today.
Okay.
You understand this. I didn't have to do anything but push a few buttons, right, a year ago, and just let it sit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We're taught, in our schools and our colleges, man, to go to college and get a good job and work hard and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We're taught the hard way. We're taught to work for capitalists
Exactly.
instead of becoming the capitalists.
Uh-huh.
And all a capitalist is someone that takes their capital and makes more or capital or money and makes more capital or money with it.
Mm-hmm.
You see, everyone does it. They like Tillman, you are a capitalist. You understand?
Yeah.
And you could take those profits and put them into the stock market, the crypto world, and let your money work for you. Because remember, money never sleeps.
Yeah. Easiest way to make money is while you let the money work for you.
Yeah. Because you're letting these large companies, do the work for you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And they're going to do as best as they can, but to make money.
Mm-hmm. And why not profit and capitalize off of that? Exactly. Exactly. So I know that you said you got with a group called Abacus. Did they teach you Abacus? I'm sorry for the mispronunciation of that.
That's fine.
Did you have weekly sessions or group sessions, or how did you learn through them? Did they basically guide you through this this situation?
Yeah, it's a group. It's about 120 hours worth of videos. It's self-paced, and they teach you everything you need to know about buying stocks. And after your stock class, and you can purchase their options class.
Mm-hmm.
And basically an option. I'm just going to keep it simple. Is you're betting on whether a stock is going to go up or down.
Okay.
And yeah, it's that simple. And I have a guy, named Jamar James. He's the digital currency guy for cryptocurrency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ever look at him, man, he's making 500%,
Wow.
off of these decentralized finance coins. Yeah, I'm making money too off of it,
Yeah.
So you understand, right? The markets are huge. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Billions go through it a day. You understand? And I always believe that it is doable to make $200 to $300 a day in the markets.
Okay.
You know,
That would be a pretty good day. That would be would you consider that to be a very quote unquote average day?
it depends, man. I can't say what's a good day or a bad day. I've made thousands in one day. You know, but it's up to you. The more $200 to $300 days you have, the bigger your days will come because the more you can put into. You
Right.
understand?
Yeah.
Right?
You got more money to actually build with. Exactly. What gives you the inspiration to actually share this information? It's probably a very easy question, of course, but I know that you're very generous in sharing your information. I know you go live. I know that you assist people in this. What inspires you to keep moving forward?
Because right, right, I want to see other people free, right? I want to see other people doing well, right? If I'm winning, I want everyone around me to win.
Exactly.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
Because if they ain't, they're gonna be asking me for stuff.
You're like, yo, go get your own.
And that's cool too, but because everyone can learn this, and there is enough money in the markets for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You it's not okay, I won today, so that means someone lost.
Right.
All right. It's everyone can win. You understand?
Yep.
And there's no racism, no classism, in this, man. They
Right.
don't care about your record. They don't care
Mhm.
about your resume. The markets don't care about none of that stuff.
Right. We talked about that kind of off camera, where it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican,
Yeah,
who you're going for the presidential
yeah,
candidacy, white, black,
yeah,
professional, felon, whatever it is. Once you learn this simple system, you can be very beneficial and successful. Correct.
yeah, yeah. Once you become an investor, you don't care who's in office. You don't care
Mm-hmm.
because you know how to navigate the markets, whether they're up, down. So it doesn't matter to you. You know, I don't. It doesn't matter to me who's in office, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm building generational wealth. You understand? And
Right.
we can too, right? It cuts the emotions out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's an
we
interesting
d-
point.
yeah, we don't need a president or a mayor or a governor to do anything for us that we can't do for ourselves.
Interesting.
And the reality is it's not their jobs to fix our problems. It's our job to fix our problems.
Mm. It's interesting. I say that all the time. The wound may not be your fault, but the healing process is.
Exactly. And once you become self-sufficient, and there's nothing there isn't anything you can't do, you know? And the stock market and the cryptocurrency market, will do that. Right now, the crypto market only has a market cap, which means that's the total amount of a crypto. It's only like 365 billion. You understand?
Uh,
We're looking for it to get into 2 to 3 trillion within the next 3 to 5 years.
mm-hmm.
If that happens, man, I mean, you're gonna have Bitcoin. Let's put it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna come a day where you can't even compare Bitcoin to the US dollar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to outweigh it that much?
Mm-hmm. I believe it's going to become the reserve currency, just like the US dollar is now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're very forward, future thinking, and preparing for that. You're already ahead of the power, the 8 ball.
Yeah. And it's like it's like 0.05% of the world is using crypto.
That's a real low number. So that just like they say, it rains on the just and the unjust alike. There's
Mm-hmm.
plenty of room.
Yeah, like this is for people who can't get bank accounts.
Mm-hmm.
There's no checking system in crypto. They're not checking. No one checks your credit. No one cares. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You buy it, you hold it. You know what I'm saying, and you sell it. Now you can sell into any currency, whatever currency you want.
Mm-hmm.
And people are buying houses, cars with cryptocurrency. You know,
Right.
this is the currency of the future.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
it's interesting that you're saying is the currency of the future. So what are your goals for at least 2020? At least and at least finishing out the year. Where do you see yourself finishing out the year and doing everything that you're doing right now?
really my goal is honestly to become a better teacher.
Okay.
That's my goal,
Mm-hmm.
because I can judge success by what I have,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to judge as success is how many people that I can teach to do the same thing that I'm doing.
Right.
You understand?
It's a measure of a true leader. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the hard part, teaching people, because a lot of people aren't serious. I had a guy buy the Abacus videos, and now he's talking about he don't have time.
Yeah.
He's always posting, or commenting on someone's misogynistic posts. You have time for that, but you don't have time, to build wealth. So in the future you could quit your job, and live.
Yeah.
So, and I guess I want to be a better motivator.
Okay. Excuse me. I know you guys can't see me. My bad. But where following that question, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? Being a better teacher, being a better motivator. In 3 to 5 years, where do you see yourself? What do you see yourself doing?
And being a multimillionaire, really, in like 3 to 5 years, I want to have it so I can just drive around America and just pull up on people and we start trading.
Okay.
We're gonna trade right now.
Yep. Right there on the spot, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And I know that you talked about this study material. Is there any the ones that you would suggest, any books on the topic or any study materials that you can put out there that can assist anyone that's watching?
Believe it or not, Ray, YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube is an excellent source.
Mm-hmm.
The Bacchus is excellent because they break down the stock market. You understand? Digital currency guy. They break down the cryptocurrency market.
Okay. And put it in simplistic terms.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And both of them, they put you in a position to win.
Okay.
Because you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with a group of people. So if you see something, you can put that in the group, and you'll have multiple eyes looking at it. It's a team thing.
Uh-huh.
And they really aren't that expensive, believe it or not. Compared to what they're giving.
I believe it. I believe that. All right. I know through the course of this conversation, we had a wonderful interview. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us? Anything I may have forgotten to ask?
Like also, if anyone wants to get started in the stock market or, the crypto market, I can help you set up accounts for free,
Okay.
To help people get started,
Okay. And your contact information is in the heading. I'll make sure it's in the heading actually at the end of the live when I do the bigger heading itself.
Oh, okay.
But so people can actually just reach out and either message you or inbox you and you can assist them that way. Okay.
And and my page is public.
Yeah.
There's no one that can fire me. So I can say what I say, do what I want to do.
You are your own boss.
Yeah, and I don't, yeah, basically, I take the money that the military gives me, they screwed me up, and I just reinvest it. It's just, and people can do that with their job money, their Social Security, whatever.
Part-time job money, exactly.
Like there's really no excuse when you can buy partial shares. You have coins that go from 1 cent to $2. Everyone has a penny to buy a coin.
Exactly. Especially when you're making money off of it very quickly and easily.
Yeah. Like, there's a coin out there called Link. It's, I love this coin, right? I love the technology behind it. I love the team. Like I doubled my money quite a few times with it, and I'm still holding.
Okay.
It's definitely a good long-term hold coin right there, Link. Besides Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay. Digital is the way to go.
Yes. I mean, look at the world now. People, you're shopping online now.
Yeah.
Go to a mall. See how many people are in there.
If there's any stores in there, they're still open.
You understand, right? I mean, jobs are going to be lost in the future. Elon Musk coming out with driverless cars, I mean, Amazon, because, you'll be able to get this stuff cheaper because you don't have to pay, these companies don't have to pay rent anymore, their employees. So, there's going to be a lot of jobs lost, man. Like,
right.
It's going to be insane, and I don't want to put fear into people, but, I want people to know that there is another alternative. you know?
Forward thinking and future thought processes. Yes, to protect yourself and that, and basically have a comfort nest egg to prepare yourself to be priced out of a market that could potentially no longer be in existence
Yeah.
in a few years.
Yeah. And, one last thing.
Yeah. What's up?
I want to talk about, this is something that no one's talking about, okay? This is called financial technology, okay?
Okay.
Or fintech.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a brief idea of what that is, right?
Right.
That's basically they're collecting your data and they're predicting, what you're going to do. It's called predictive analysis.
Okay.
You understand? They're predicting how you'll spend your money.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And this system is really going to crush poor people, right?
Okay.
Because that will be the new credit score. If you shop at places like Dollar General or Family Dollar, right, your credit score will go down.
Wow.
If you eat at certain places, you understand your credit score will go down because that means you will have you are more susceptible to having bad health. You understand? And it's going to work for crime because let's say if you live in an impoverished neighborhood and you go over to a nice neighborhood and something happens, you understand? You'll become a suspect because you were there. And all you were doing was just maybe visiting a friend or a family member. You're now a suspect.
Wow.
If you don't have enough money in your bank account at the end of the month, your credit score will go down.
Wow.
Like this is like it's gonna get serious.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I want people to start, learning this stuff, getting with me so they can start learning, because most of us do not know, what the future holds, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And those who don't accept it and embrace it, it's gonna be a hard life.
I believe that. I believe that.
They're talking about UBI or universal basic income, where they're working to give people $1,000, a month. Man, what is that going to do? You understand? So people, it's just time for us as people to wake up.
It is.
And
to write on the wall and accept some change and be willing to step outside our comfort zone and learn new things and try new things and go for and basically grow. Just grow. So, all right. Oh, go ahead. You got more. I thought you were done.
One last thing, I get really excited when I talk about the markets. Is I even have my Bacchus shirt on.
Okay.
But even the Bible in Proverbs says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And the wealth of the just. So this is biblical. Solomon. He got generational wealth passed down to him from David. And Solomon passed his wealth down to his son, King Tut. And so on and so on. You understand?
Yeah.
Even Jesus talks about investing. When the parable of the 10 talents.
Yes, yeah, exactly. The one who hid it, the one who used it to create 10 times more. I know the numbers aren't exactly right. One created 10 times more. The other one created like 2 times more, and the other one didn't do anything but sat on it.
Yeah. And when you don't invest, that's what you're doing. You're just digging a hole and putting your money in. It's not godly. The godly thing to do is invest.
I'm teaching.
That's just something to think about.
I thank you for sharing this, Gus, man. You've been tremendous, man. And I've learned a lot. And I hope a lot of other people have learned a lot and willing to actually open their eyes and learn more and take the steps to actually, if nothing else, consider learning more. That's I think is the initial process. and growth. And I know you put on a lot of good, you put on a wonderful show. Thank you. You gave us a lot of good information. But again, I ask, is there anything else that you want to put out there?
Um, there's always going to be something, man. You're gonna have to cut me off. you know, I understanding, right? You know that it doesn't take a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
We've been taught that it takes a lot of money to invest, but no, it doesn't. My cousin bought shares of a company at $1, right?
$1, right?
Yeah, $1. You know what I'm saying? And it got up to $4.
Hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, when people tell you you need a lot of money to invest, man, don't lie. No, they're lying. They're lying to you, or very misinformed. I mean, you have coins that are under a penny.
Hmm.
You can get 1,000 coins for a penny. And
Interesting. It's just
that
like
coin
planting seed and watching it grow.
yeah, that coin goes to 10 cents. You've made a super return.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and this is happening every day. People are doing this every day.
Okay.
Why not you?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you deserve it. You understand? Y'all are good people. So y'all deserve, for good things to happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, those are just my thoughts.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and it helps you think that financial freedom and being wealthy helps you pursue your own passions to live the life that you want to live. So you can go ahead. You don't have to be stuck to a 9 to 5. You can actually pursue dreams and desires that you're looking to do. Wanting to travel, you can travel. If you're wanting to, write that book, you can write. You have that time, and then you can find other people in the industry that outsource it and help you get things done. Basically, pursue your passion and get things done.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. I appreciate you guys. I just want you to know I do these shows. I put on to put on. And I say that to say this. Let me know how I can help you. Anyone who's looking out, who's watching right now. If you have a business, product, or positive message, and you're looking for a platform to get that information out on, let me know. I will schedule you a slot like I did with my homeboy Gus right here. We will bring you to the lab. We'll tell everyone to get their pen and your pad, and we will educate them. We will get that message out there. Again, if you have a business, product, or positive message, let me know. We will schedule you an appointment on the show. Also, I know you can't see me, Gus. I got a special gift that I got to send to you for donating your time and educating us. So I'll make sure I get that out to you. However, I got a special guest coming to the lab next week. Do you know who the special guest is? Exactly. You don't. You got to tune in and see. I got him.
I like that.
Yeah. So make sure you tune in and see. It'll be
no problem.
Informative live. We'll have a lot of fun. But everyone, I want you to live your life with a purpose and evolve so hard. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone remember to sanitize your hands, stay safe, stay healthy. We're coming at you. If you have any more questions after the live, place them in the comment section. We will go ahead and get that and answer those questions even after if you're watching the replay. All right. But it's your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker, Coach Clee, coming at you. We got to leave doing one more thing, Gus. What is it?
Oh man, I get my number one for the day, man.
Yeah, you did that. We got to leave doing the money dance.
Yeah,
but I can't. I know you guys can't see me. I'm doing it right now. Let me see your money dance, Gus. With the ball so hard. Exactly. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you, Gus. I'll be in contact with you. You guys have a good night. All right. Peace.
All right. Peace. Okay. Are we done? Okay. We're done. Okay.